What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Coach Plays here, and guys, we're in for a good one here. If you thought that football was over, well, it's not, guys, as we are getting ready to start off the XFL, as we've got the Seattle Dragons versus the DC Defenders. Football doesn't necessarily have to end, and guys, that's a good thing for you and for me and everybody involved, guys. So stay tuned and let's get ready to kick off this XFL inaugural season between the Seattle Dragons and the DC Defenders. All right, guys, welcome, here to the Coach Plays YouTube channel. I appreciate you being here. If you're new to the channel, as always, guys, we do some live watch-alongs in here. We play some games. We go over all different types of sports, and we have fun doing it, guys. But this morning, we are covering the XFL football as they are getting ready to kick off their season. As you can see, the DC Defender fans really start to make their way into the building, and it's a pretty packed crowd right now. I'm anxious to see what the crowd kind of looks like today. There you see Cardale Jones putting on his shoulder pads. That was earlier today as they getting ready to come out on the field. Cardale Jones, that national champion quarterback for Ohio State, if you do not remember him. So there's going to be some guys in this league that you're going to be like, oh, crap, I forgot about him. Pep Hamilton is the head coach for the DC Defenders. He's former offensive coordinator, very well regarded in the NFL, former offense coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts. So it's going to be fun, guys. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. But like I say, we got some new people in here. As always, appreciate you joining, guys. If you haven't yet hit that like button, please hit that like button. It always helps out the stream. Share the channel out. That always helps grow the conversation as we're going to get in here and react to every single play. There's also new rule changes that's going to make this game pretty exciting. And I also think it's going to be a lot more faster pace. You're going from a 40-second play clock to a 24-second play clock. So, and that's even, even after incomplete passes, things like that. So they're going to have to get on their high horse, and they're going to have to go and get ready to snap the football next. But yeah, and also, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to the Coach Plays YouTube channel, consider doing so, guys. We're having fun. We're growing it. # road to 1K. What's up, Butcher Block? How's it going? Water King says, if regular football wasn't scary enough, now you've got the XFL. I think it's going to be a good one. Kevin Long's in the house. Appreciate you here. He said a real man's league, not the NFL. So he's hoping for a lot of that BS to go out the door. I think the XFL's got a chance, guys. I think they're going to be way more prepared. I'm pumped. I mean, when I'm sitting here watching it, you see the XFL logo on the field. I'm all for more football, and I just think this. I think the XFL's got a bigger chance than what the AAF has. XFL's already done one good thing, and that's make sure they get top tier channels and top broadcasters to cover their games. They're always going to be on ABC on Saturday morning and Sunday mornings at 1 o'clock Central Time, and then on the evening games, they're either going to be on ESPN or Fox. So you're going to be able to catch the action. You're not going to have to channel surf to find it. So I'm excited for it. Let me know if you're excited for it. Let me know if you have already a team in the XFL that you're really thinking about diving in and being a part of and rooting for, guys. Currently, I am waiting to see if we have a game cast come up. As of right now, I have not found a game cast or a scoreboard. So if I can't find a scoreboard, I'm going to have to make one for myself, guys. But just hang with me there, trying to surf the web and see if I can actually find a scoreboard. Water King Bruin says, never thought about having Dragons as Seattle's new hockey team. Yeah, they haven't came out with the name yet, have they, for that Seattle's hockey team? I'm interested in seeing that. As I'm just kind of looking for Right now, trying to look for a scoreboard. Seeing if one kicks off here soon. Right now, I don't think there is a scoreboard anywhere, guys. So I'll have to keep you updated until one gets put out there. Or like I say, I'll have to make my own, which is fine. We'll get that going. They're talking about Cardale Jones, starting quarterback for the DC Defenders. So they're talking about one unique thing as they're interviewing Cardale Jones right now is we're almost 1 minute away from getting this kicked off, but they can actually hear the coach speak to him all the way up leading to the snap of the football. That's pretty unique, and that's going to help out a lot of people. The Carter family's in the house. He says, looks great. Appreciate you. What's up, Archer? Hope you're doing good. Like I say, hopefully we get a scoreboard up here soon, guys, but as of right now, there is not any scoreboards out there to be had. So Archer's saying LA Wildcats, I believe that's the LA team in the XFL, right, Coach? Yep, that's it. So that's the team you're rooting for. He says, I'm doing good, Coach. What about you? Great to see you. I'm doing great, man. We're getting ready to kick off a whole nother football league. There you see Jim Zorn is the head coach for the Seattle Dragons. He's been a head coach for the Washington Redskins, and he's been a coordinator for multiple NFL teams. So I love how they're like interviewing the players right before the game. Like, so they're interviewing players on the sidelines right now. I mean, it gives you a little bit of insight of what the player is feeling, what they're thinking right now. So you got Brandon Silvers, the former quarterback at Troy. He's the starting quarterback for the Seattle Dragons. 71 touchdowns in his career at Troy. Pretty good feat right there, if you ask me. So here's the kickoff. As you can tell, if you're watching it right now, it's pretty unique. You've got the defending team on the opposite 35-yard line, and you've got the receiving team's blocker at the opposite 30-yard line. So they are only 5 yards apart. This kicker's going to kick this football, and they've got to wait till the guy catches it for them to move. He catches it, and here everybody goes. This is pretty exciting here. He'll get to about the 33, and that's going to be where he stopped. So I don't mind that. It's definitely unique. I think there's other better rules put into place for this. But that's going to cut down on a lot of your really bad injuries, because the one bad reason why they're talking about taking away kickoff from the NFL games is just because people are just – they're going down the field full speed and they're hitting people at a flying rate of speed. So here's Silvers at quarterback. You got a 2 tight end set, single back in the backfield. Handoff inside zone, and he's going to get about 6, and that's a first down. That's Jaquan Gardner, running back, and here's that 25-second play clock that they got to get set up pretty quick. What is up, Mark? Appreciate you being in the house. Waters says 5 yards apart. Oh, my God, that means not a lot of room to run. Yeah, but it also means that if you get through that first wave, you could be gone. I think you'll see some kick returns. Tight end in motion to the right. Single back is offset to the right. So Trey set to the right. A little quick wide receiver screen here, but he's going to catch it and fall down to the ground. Give him a gain of 1. That is Reynolds on the reception. Guys, I'm excited for this. And I can tell you right now, I'm going to cover this a lot more. That's Keenan Reynolds, wide receiver out of Navy. And then you got Matt Elam, safety out of Florida for DC Defenders. Keenan Reynolds was a legit quarterback for the Navy University. And, I mean, he broke rushing records. And now here you see him at wide receiver. So here's the 3rd and 4. 3 seconds left on the play clock. Tight end on the right. Quarterback 3-step drop. Still looking. Will now fire downfield. And this one's well short and incomplete. That one intended for Reynolds as well. And they're going to have to punt. Now, here's the new rule as far as the punt. When they punt this football, if it gets into the opponent's end zone, if it touches the end zone, it will be a touchback. It's like a super touchback, and they get it to the 35-yard line. Okay? So, what? Okay. But if they don't, then of course they'll recover. If it goes out of bounds, they get it at the 35-yard line. So I think that's why when you see getting close to midfield, you're going to see a lot more people go for it. This punt caught at the 15, gets to the 20, and that's where he's going to be dropped down. See if I can get us a scoreboard up here. Cardale Jones getting ready to come out for the DC Defenders, national championship quarterback at Ohio State, and it hasn't been much since then, guys. So Cardale Jones in the pistol. You got a trips to actually that monster formation. Gets a quick wide receiver screen to the right. You had 2 tackles split out wide at wide receivers. Eli Rogers, one of the wide receivers for the DC Defenders. Cardale Jones, 11-0 at starting quarterback at Ohio State. Here's a little sweep action to the right, and that one's going to be dropped for about a loss of 2, and now bringing up a big third down. And there is an injured player on the field for the Seattle Dragons. So while we got a little bit of time here, I'm going to make us up a scoreboard because we're going to have to, because there's no scoreboards out there. So we are in a commercial break right now, guys, and I'm going to get in here. I'm going to kind of make us up a scoreboard. All right, so that's what I got right now. That will work for now until I can find me another one. But part of what happens when you have a new league. All right, so we'll get back here. As we are still in a commercial break, we're getting ready to they look like they're getting ready to play this next snap. When does this football league start, and when do playoffs start? Well, the football league starts now. This is the opening kickoff, Water King Bruins for life. This is week 1. I think it's 10 weeks, and then you'll see the playoffs start. So it very well could take you all the way to the NFL draft. XFL Hype, what is up, Underdog? Appreciate you being here. So here we go. We got a tray set to the left. Cardale Jones, 3-step drop. Being patient will now fire a deep corner route. This one's completed. Rashad Ross on the reception, and that is a first down, DC Defenders. As always, guys, hit that like button. Share the stream out to grow the conversation in here as we're watching this great game. And then, if you haven't yet subscribed to the Coach Plays, consider doing so. Hashtag Road to 1K. They're interviewing a player who was just hurt on the sidelines. He lets them know he's good. I love the player interaction. That adds to the game. Cardale Jones, sprint out to the right. Will now Lunk will throw a deep out route. This one's completed to Rogers for a first down, DC Defenders. And the Defenders are really starting to get it going now. Pep Hamilton, the head coach, former offensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts, seems like they're getting it going a little bit here right now for the DC Defenders. Got a jet sweep here to the right. Looking for a double pass. He will just continue to run. He gets lit at the 40-yard line by Mapunga, number 90, for the Seattle Dragons. He will pick up 4, but he earned every bit of it. Wow! Boy, that was a pop, guys. Double passes is another rule in this XFL. You can have a double pass as long as the first pass is not beyond the line of scrimmage. Tyree Jackson he keeps it, gets a gain of about 4. This will bring up 3rd and 2. Tyree Jackson, former quarterback out of Buffalo University, a very mobile quarterback, can do it both. Cardale Jones will now check back in at quarterback. But yeah, you can have a double pass as long as your first pass is not beyond the line of scrimmage. That quarterback, Tyree Jackson, is 6'7", by the way. So we've got a neutral zone infraction. And this is going to give the DC Defenders an automatic first down. You're actually hearing Pep Hamilton tell Cardale Jones to play. That's pretty cool. Hand off to the right. Now we'll bounce it back to the left. Gets to the 30. Gets to the 25. Will be knocked down at about the 23-yard line. This will bring up a 2nd and short. Cardale Jones making checks at the line. Hand off to the right, will bounce, and will just get stopped about a yard shy of the first down. It's really neat hearing Pep Hamilton really communicate with Cardale Jones all the way to the point of the snap of the football. And it's a really good experience that the fans can hear that communication. You got 2 tight ends tight to the left, twins to the right. Cardale Jones sneaks, and he's going to get the first down. Needed 1. He gets about 3. First down, DC Defenders. Nine-play drive, 64 yards, has chewed up 4 minutes and 15 seconds of clock. You got twins to the left, tight end, two tight ends tight to the right. Cardale's under center. Jet motion across. They'll hand it. Jet sweep. Bouncing out, and he will fight every yard he can get just to get back to the line of scrimmage before he runs out of bounds. Appreciate you very much, Carver family. Guys, put it in the chat right now. What are you thinking about both of these uniforms between the DC Defenders and the Dragons? Which ones you like? I think they both look pretty sweet. I didn't think the Dragons would look that good, but they do look pretty sweet. But I do like the DC look. Here we go. Play action. Sprint to the right. Jones will now throw off his back foot. This one just goes out of bounds. Incomplete. Bringing up a 3rd and 11. Carver family says, Dragons look good. Defenders shocks me. Yeah, I mean. But Carver family, they are actually letting you hear Pep Hamilton talk to the quarterback. And in this league, you can talk to the quarterback all the way to the snap of the football. It's pretty unique. You got empty set formation, 3-by-2, 3 to the left. Three seconds, 2 seconds. Jones will now look. Quick slant. This one well defended and incomplete. Linebacker number 55, Temple, on great coverage there. Butcher, who is the heck is the guy? Hashtag your friend. What's good, coach? Who the heck is this guy? You fired. Who you talking about, Butcher Block? And what's up, Butcher? Appreciate you being in here. So we got a field goal attempt here. Snap, set, kick, and this one is good. So DC Defenders will go up here. Three to 0 over the Seattle Dragons. DC. And now you get an instant interview of the head coach, and you just heard dialogue right there between him and his quarterback. That's great. Guys, I absolutely love the interaction with the sidelines, getting the quick interviews. That's really good, man. So here is that unique kickoff that we've been talking about. Gets this one to the 30, and we'll get to about the 33 again. I'm very intrigued with the with that opening kickoff right there. It is definitely going to make it a lot safer, that's for sure. But it's different, and change is always different. Butcher says, Coach, what do you think of the XFL so far? I'm freaking loving it, Butcher. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to cover a lot of games. I'm definitely going to cover a game tomorrow. I just want the fans to get into it because I think more football is great. Get a little counter action here to the right, and he will be stopped just about a yard deep. Jim Zorn, head coach for the Seattle Dragons, making his play call right here. Former head coach of the Washington Redskins. And we've got a lineman down, Richardson. He is down with an injury. So that is where we are at right now, guys. So, yeah, I mean, it's been exciting so far, guys. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing here. I love the interaction with what you're getting with the players and the coaches. I think that's really good for the fans to really get a good feel of, the communication between coach and players and all the checks at the line of scrimmage. It's pretty neat. So we've got a 2nd and 8 here. Like I say, I am very pleased right now with the uniforms of the Seattle Dragons as Richardson's getting ready to hop off the field, and we'll get ready to go back into some action here. Cyril Richardson out of New Orleans, Louisiana, college Baylor, 5th round selection in the 2014 draft. So here we go. Tight end wing to the right, back offset to the left, single receiver is snug to the left. Making some checks at the line. Now you'll bring a jet motion across the formation to the left, giving a twins tight look. 3-step quick hitch to the tight end. This one's completed for a gain of about 6, going to bring up a 3rd and 2. Yeah, you like that transition? I'm starting to add some new stuff to the channel, and I'm liking it, man. I have to do a lot more work behind the scenes, but I'm liking it. So you can hear the coach communicate with the quarterback. The quarterback then communicates that in pre-snap. We got tight end wing to the right, single receiver, single running back. A little counter action here, and he will push forward for a gain of 3, and that's a 1st down Seattle Dragons. Much needed 1st down for the Dragons, as they have not been able to accumulate a lot of offense so far to start. That is Farrow the 2nd at running back. Like I say, guys, if you're just now joining us, there's a 40-second play clock in the NFL. XFL, you got 24 seconds. They line this ball up. You got to get a play in. You got to snap it. It's a lot more pressure on coaches and a lot more pressure on players, but it speeds up the game. We got an outside sweep here. Gets to the 50. Gets to the 45. Will now get pushed down close to about the 40. That is a 1st down Dragons. It feels good to be calling football again. I love hockey and all the other sports, but at the end of the day, I'm a football guy, and I love calling football. So here we go. Tight end wing to the right. Wing will now slide over to a slot to the left. 3-step drop. Lunk's throwing a deep vert down the field, and he's got it connected, and that's a 1st down Dragons. That is Bird on the reception. Really good catch here, guys, in the XFL. All you need is 1 foot down, and he definitely got that. Quarterback Silver staying in. Threw a really good ball down the field. He gets 1 foot in. In the NFL, that wouldn't have been completed as his 2nd foot touches out of bounds. But that don't matter. It's a 1 foot and in. And that's a 1st down. 1st down Dragons. DC minus 9.5 coming into this game. So now we've got an empty formation as the back splits out by himself to the right. 3-step drop. Looking. Throws vert down the field. Touchdown, Dragons. Wide receiver, I believe his name, Austin Prohl. 14-yard reception. Gets the Seattle Dragons on the board for the first time today. And here comes the point after. You can go for 1. You can go for 2. You can go for 3. It looks like the Dragons are going to elect to try for 2 points here. This is going to change the game immensely, guys, right here. There's no extra point. No, they're only going to go for 1 point right here. But you have to score a touchdown. So 1 point, you start from the 2. I believe 2 points, you start from the 5. 3 points, you start from the 10. So here we go. Twins to the right, tight end on the line to the left. Now we'll motion to a tray set to the right. Little quick slant action here. This one's batted up and intercepted, so no point after, as this will keep their score at 6. So Seattle Dragons 6, DC 3. So guys, right there, if they would have scored, they would have got a 1 point because they only went from the 2. But if they went from the 5, they would have got 2. If they went from the 10, they would have got 3. But if you get a pick and you return it back to the house, that opposing team gets the points that would have been, that they were going for. So yeah, guys, pretty unique there, and I really love it. I really love it right there. So yeah, score update. We got the Seattle Dragons 6, DC Defenders 3, and I'm excited for it, man. This is exciting. I think the XFL. I mean, maybe I'm hopeful, but I do think this is their chance. I think this is the best chance for another football league to be able to shine and last long. Sylvan's in the house. He said, thumbs up, hi. The coach plays. Appreciate you being in here, Sylvan. So, yeah, guys, first initial reaction. What are you thinking right now? If you're watching the game, are you liking what you're seeing? There are multiple different rule changes, which I think always scares people. But, guys, I think the rule changes are really bringing some excitement to this game right now. I think it's exciting. What's up, Karen? He's in the house. XFL is going to be good, Karen. Elijah's in the house, says, what's your favorite XFL jersey? I like the Aviators. Yeah, it's not the Aviators. I think you're thinking of the Battlehawks, maybe. The St. Louis Battlehawks. If that's the ones you're thinking of, I really do like them a lot. I think they're the best. But also, I think the Guardians are going to look sick. Black, gray, and red. When I think you see them in person, you're going to be like, oh, snap. That is some good-looking jerseys there. We've got 10 in the box. We got 10 likes. Appreciate each and every one of you. Hey, Karen, just let it go. Seriously, just let it go. Let's not talk about that no more. Let's talk about XFL or anything sports. Karen saying, what's up, everybody? We got 11 in the box, 12 likes, and we've got XFL inaugural kickoff has happened. The Seattle Dragons at 6, DC Defenders 3, and it's been a good game. It's been a good game so far. XFL is a new league. It's co-founded by Vince McMahon, the owner of the WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, and they had a football season. Yeah, it's football. It's football. You need to check it out. It's on Channel 2 right now. And it's exciting. They've changed some rules. Next Saturday, we got the New York Guardians versus the DC Defenders. You can bet that I'm going to probably be doing that game. I'm either doing that game or the late evening game. Odds to win the championship at 5-2, Dallas Renegade. What's up, Jaquil? How you doing? So here's the kickoff. Like, say, if you're new here, new kickoff rule, as you can see it right there. You've got both teams only 5 yards apart. They can't move until they see the return man catch it. And now they're going to get going. Not a whole lot of room here. Bounces out to the 25, gets to about the 30. That's where he's going to be met. It is going to be really unique to see who's finally going to be able to get through that opening kickoff. And here's an interview right now with the wide receiver who caught that touchdown pass. They don't get paid like the XFL. It's kind of like minimum. They're kind of they get paid decent. I mean, they get paid more than what they would if they wasn't playing. They get paid kind of like practice squad players right now. There's like 3 tiers, Karen, in how a player gets paid. I think the most is $500,000 for a season, which you can sign me up right now for $500,000. Trips to the right, tight end to the left. Cardale Jones is your starting quarterback for the DC Defenders. Little inside zone handoff here will get a gain of 1. Did you stream the Super Bowl? No, I didn't stream it, Elijah. We had a post-game show. We did that. I decided not to stream the Super Bowl. I decided to lay back and just watch it so far. Carver family says, so far I like what I see. What's up, MGFXFX? What is up? He said, yo, what's up, coach? As we are having a fun time here watching some XFL football. Cardale Jones will now boot to the left. Now trying to just get rid of it here, and he does. So 3rd and 9 for the DC Defenders. They do try to do a little bit of a mesh right there. Pretty well defended by the Seattle Dragons. I'm good, MG. How are you, my man? You enjoying your Saturday morning? We got twins to the left, trips to the right, empty formation as Cardale Jones is in the shotgun. Cardale Jones, little QB draw, will get it to about the 40. He might have been stopped right at the 40, which would put him a yard shy. They are going to mark him shy, but guys, we're close to midfield. If you're new to the XFL, if you punt the ball and it gets in the end zone or out of bounds, the opposing team gets the ball at the 35, which means more teams are going to go for it, just like DC's looking like they're going for it here, unless they're just bluffing here. No, handoff, bounce to the right, now cuts it up, gets the first down, DC Defenders. So, yeah, guys, you're going to see, because of that rule change, a lot more teams go for it on 4th down, because if you punt it and it goes all the way to the end zone, the team will just get it at their own 35. So, the risk versus reward is not really there. So, a lot of teams are going to just elect to go for it, and I think that's great. More offensive football. So here we go. We got twins to the right, tight end to the right. Jet motion over to the left. Cardale Jones, 3-step, will now come back to the center. He's in trouble, and he is sacked. And that is the first sack in XFL history. Number 95, Smith. They said he was an undrafted free agent by the Miami Dolphins, so he's getting a second opportunity. I tell you right now, he's a good-looking player. Nice little underneath rip right there of the left tackle, and he gets to the defenders, and here we go. 2nd and 18. You only got a 24-second play clock, so DC's got to hurry up. It's really going to make the game quicker, guys. Twins to the right, twins to the left. Look, throws a little quick slant, gets a good chunk of yards there. It was 2nd and 18. You're probably looking at more like 2nd and 10 now. Eli Rogers on the catch, former Pittsburgh Steeler. It is 3rd and 10. We got 11 in the box, 13 likes. Appreciate each and every single one of you. Empty formation again here, 3-by-2. 3 is to the left. Dragons bringing some heat. Cardale Jones in trouble. Stiff arms. Now throws. He's got his man to the 50. Tries to dive to the first down. And he's got it. First down, Defenders. That is a heck of a play by Cardale Jones. He just stiff arms a guy right there. Then puts the ball right back to his right arm. Flicks it. Gets a first down. He changes the football to his left. Stiff arms a DN. And then puts the ball right back in his throwing hand and says, you know what, let's get this first down. Here's the thing. This could be really good chances for people to be able to resurrect their career and find a way to get back into the XFL. Only got 3 seconds. They got to snap it quick. 24-second play clock. And DC's going to have to call a timeout. So there's your first timeout having to be called because of lining up late. And Pep Hamilton's, he's pissed. He's pissed. You're listening to the head coach telling the team, telling the players what the next play is. I love the communication. I love that, guys. I don't know. They're both really good teams, Karen. But I love the communication right there, hearing the dialogue between the head coach. What is up, Spotlight Sports? What's up, bro? Spotlight, are you doing the game as well, man? I seen what you were talking about. I appreciate you joining in on the coach plays, man. So here we go. We got jet sweep to the right. Play action here. Cardale Jones now steps up in the pocket. In trouble. Makes a man miss. Fires down the field. It is completed for a first down to his big tight end. He keeps going all the way to about the 24-yard line. Cardale Jones has really, he is showing up right now. And the DC Defender fans are pumped. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. DC Defenders 3, Seattle Dragons 6. So, guys, this is exciting right now, man. I'm loving what I'm seeing right here. And I tell you right now, Cardale Jones, who just came off the scene when he was at Ohio State and caught the world by his grasp, and ended up going 11-0 with Ohio State, winning a national championship, got drafted to the Buffalo Bills, I think, and it just really didn't work out for him. And what they always talk about with quarterbacks is, unless you're a starting quarterback, you don't get a whole lot of reps in practice and in games, so you don't get to develop your game. So for these players, an XFL, an alternative league, is really good for a player to come in and get more reps and develop his game. And that's what you're seeing right here. And I tell you right now, just in one quarter of play, Cardale Jones looks pretty good right now. And if he could have himself a really good year, then hey, maybe he punches a ticket to then get to the NFL. And if you're thinking, well, hey, that would hurt the XFL. No, because it just allows another person to come up through the rankings and be able to have an opportunity. But I'm telling you right now, first quarter of the XFL, great success. That was an exciting amount of football right there, and I enjoyed it. What is up, Adam? He says Butcher's Raid. Appreciate Butcher very much, man. Elijah says, I'm on channel 13. Underdog says, I can't wait for an XFL game in 2022. That's the question. That's the question, Underdog, is can they sustain success and have multiple years? I think this is by far the best chance for anybody. I think the things that the XFL has put in place, I think the TV deals they have put in place, I think the player salaries they have put in place, and they're not competing with the NFL. They're waiting till right after the season. I think what they have in place, I think the XFL has positioned them in the best chance to be successful for multiple years rather than anybody else has. Now, does it come to fruition and make it? Man, I hope so. But as of right now, I couldn't tell you one way or the other. I could not tell you one way or the other. But we're going to have fun while it's going. I definitely think they last the season. We got 16 in the box, 17 likes. Appreciate you very much. Patriot Nation Tattoo says, what's up, Coach, from Patriot Nation Tattoo. What is up, guy? Hope you're doing good as we are getting ready to start this second quarter of action. DC Defenders 3, Seattle Dragons 6. 9 plays for the Dragons, 3 for the Defenders, 103 yards for the Defenders, and 73 for the Dragons. Empty formation, 3-by-2. As now we have a motion tightening in to a snug formation. Little 3-step drop. Cardale Jones now flushes out of the pocket, gets to the 20, slides to the 15. Going to bring up about a 2nd and 1. Awesome to hear that you're doing good today, Patriot Nation Tattoo. Butcher's community coming in hot, man. I appreciate y'all. Cardale Jones so far 6 of 9 for 81 yards, 3 rushes for 22. He's been the star of the show right now. He's been very impressive. Little inside zone action here. He will give it, trying to fight, and that will be a loss of 1. This will bring up 3rd down. DC in at least territory where they can tie it with a field goal. Pep Hamilton on the call right now. You can hear him literally telling the quarterback the play right now and telling him what to look for. Deuce formation split out. Back is to the right. Tight end will now tighten down inside to the slot to the right. Play action here. Cardale Jones tries to keep it, fumbles the ball, and he will fall on it before the Dragons can get there. Pep Hamilton a little frustrated. He saw something a little different. Maybe we'll be able to hear him talk. 10-play drive, 54 yards, 5:52 off the clock, and the defenders will attempt to kick a field goal. Field goal attempt here. 35-yard attempt for T.Y. Rossa. Snap, set, kick. No good. And the Seattle Dragons will take over. And they will keep the lead at 6-3. Mandy Golden Goddess fan is in the house, says the Seattle Dragons. What a classic name. It's not bad. Now we're getting an interview with Cardale Jones right now after that series. I love the player interaction, guys. Like, the NFL's got to do that more often. Could you imagine hearing from Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes right after they made a play or made a bad play and their reaction to it? Cardale Jones right there saying it was a simple zone read. He read it. He said he wanted to pull it all the way, but he's got to pull it stronger, and he takes the blame on that play. It's unique to hear from the players right after a play like that. So here we go. Play action pass, boot to the right, connects, 30, 35, 40, close to the 45-yard line. That's a first down for the Dragons. Tight end Johnson on the reception for a gain of about 18 and a first down. Dragons. He is shaken up. Yeah, like I say, XFL looking good so far for their first game. I'm excited for it. I'll definitely will probably be covering one of the games tomorrow. Dragons lead, I see. Yep, Dragons with a 6-3 lead. Fell down short early in this game, but came back. What I'm trying to find right now is finding a way to keep up with the stats. There is not any website out there right now that is keeping up with stats, and that's going to have to change. Whether it's ESPN or somebody needs to keep up with this, man. They just interviewed Rosa, the kicker, asked him about missing that kick, man. Yeah, make him talk. That's pretty cool. Oh, here we go. XFL's got live stats. So let's try to click on that and see if we can get you some live stats here. 2 tight end set. Tight end wing now motions to the left. Little counter play here. Bouncing it out to the outside. Gets to the 45. And will now be brought down at about the 47-yard line. That is Williams, number 23, on the carry. Oh yeah, here we go. I think I got you guys a scoreboard now, and I'm pumped about it. Copy. So give me a little bit of time to fix this, and we'll get you a legit scoreboard up here now. So here we go. Quarterback shotgun. Little play action here. Tries to throw a quick slant. This one is pass interference all the way. So that's an automatic first down. So I am getting ready to get you a legit scoreboard up here now, as the XFL has just released it. Three-step drop for the quarterback. Will now take a shot deep down the field. He's got his man and could not just come up with it. Great coverage by Lawrence there, but Moore almost with a great catch. So there you go now. We've got you a really good setup there now. So here we go. Two back set. Will now throw to the back out of the backfield, and that is high and incomplete. And this is going to bring up a 3rd and 10. So this drive's starting to sputter out. So here we go. As you could hear the play caller calling that one right there, you got some option routes for the receivers, so that's based off what the defense get. Quarterback will now look down the field. This one's picked off, 45, and that's where he will be brought down. But the first interception in XFL history, Moore Sr., number 45, and DC Defender fans are pumped. And I'm telling you guys right now, this stadium is packed, and that is great to see. What's up, Geo Snipes? What is up, John Blaze? And look at the celebration right there by DC Defenders. They are pumped. Moore Sr. from the safety position. He's got his eyes on the quarterback right here as we look at this replay. He's just robbing right there. He doesn't really have a whole lot of responsibility. He's just robbing. He's looking at the quarterback's eyes. Quarterback comes back to his deep hitch route, and his eyes takes the safety right to the football, and he steps in and makes a good play. We got twin stack to the left, double tight ends right. Cardale Jones, play action pass, looking deep down the field, will now check it out to the back. 45, gets to about the 47, and that's where he will be dropped. Appreciate you very much, Gio. Yeah, like say, and here's an interview right with the safety who just made that play. It's great. Like say, Audi Field right here is really packed, and that's great to see. This is the home field of the DC United soccer team, and right now those DC fans showing out for the Defenders. That's great to see. Pistol formation here, double wing. Play action pass, Lunks. He's in trouble. Steps up in the pocket nicely. Fires down the field. Hit his man, but he drops it. That is Dupree on the drop. Appreciate you very much, Gio. Appreciate you very much. Of course, I don't have my... I didn't have my subscriber alert on, so that's why you didn't get credited for that. But now I've got it on. So here we go. Throws the out route, and this is about the worst ball of the day by Cardale Jones. This one hits at his feet. So now the question is, do they punt? Or do they go for it? They're close to midfield, and looks like they're going to punt on this one. So they do elect to punt. Hunter Nicewinder on the punt. Austin Prohl on the return. He's got to punt it soft. If he punts this one all the way to the end zone, they'll get it to the 35. He punts it about the 15. That is where he will be fair caught. And that's a good punt by the XFL. As we go to a commercial break, Seattle Dragons 6, DC Defenders 3. So yeah, guys, this has been good. We're gonna look at some stats here real quick, as finally like the XFL and places like that have finally released these websites, man. And I just went away from it there. So now I got to go back to it. Let's go xfl.com. Hang with me just for a second as we pull it up here. And we will get you up to date with all the stats on this game right now. Live stats. So yeah, a little bit later today, 4 p.m. Central Time, we got the LA Wildcats versus the Houston Roughnecks. Then tomorrow at 1 p.m., we've got Central Time, we got the Tampa Bay Vipers versus the New York Guardians. And then at 4 p.m., we've got the St. Louis Battlehawks versus the Dallas Renegade. If I can, I'm going to try to stream the Tampa Bay Vipers New York Guardians game tomorrow at 1. If I can. If not, then maybe I do the 4 o'clock game. So we will see. All right, so rushing, we got K. Faro, 3 attempts for 19 yards for the Dragons. Passing for the Dragons, we got Silver's quarterback, 5 of 9 for 67 yards, 56% completion percentage. Receiving, Bird, 1 catch for 28 yards, leads the way. For the defenders, Cardale Jones, 4 rushes for 22. Presley, the running back, 4 carries for 14. Passing, Cardale Jones, 7 of 12 for 58 percentage and 84 yards. So far, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Silvers for the Dragons has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And receivings is led by Eli Rogers, 2 catches for 25 yards and a long of 17. So it's I'm liking it. And right now, I'm liking this interface right here for the XFL. I'm liking what they just put out there. John Blaze says, I need to reread the rules. Hopefully it's better than the last XFL go-around. It is by far better, John. There's some exciting rules put in place, and I think it's really enhancing the game, and it's making it more exciting. Like the point-after rule, there's no extra point. If you want 1 point, you got to go for a touchdown from the 2-yard line. If you want 2 points, you got to go for a touchdown from the 5. If you want 3 points, you got to go for a touchdown at the 10. That's pretty exciting. So here we go. Tight end wing to the right. Tight end will now motion to the left. So now you've got a true double tight, double pro set. Little inside handoff here. We'll bounce out to the right and we'll go forward for a gain of about 3. Bring it up 2nd and 7. Trips left, 21 top is the play. So you're going to have trips left, of course. They're in a tray formation right here. And it's a little outside sweep here. And he will be met at the line of scrimmage. So you heard McElroy talking about the 21 top. 21's an odd number, so majority of the times that's a run to the left. If it's an even number, that's a lot of times a run to the right. Talk about a long play call right there. Three-step drop. Steps up in the pocket. Will now check down to his receiver just running a drag route. That will be a good gain of 1, but that will be well short of a first down. And we've got some extracurriculars going on, and now a flag has been thrown. And I believe this one's going to be on the Dragons. Dylan Day, number 50, the center, basically pushing a guy down. You're actually hearing the refs talk to each other right now, so that's really good transparency there for the fans to hear what the refs are actually talking about right here. So that was really good transparency right there. If you're watching right now, you heard the conversation between the refs. They get it all confirmed with what's the penalty going to be called, and then the head ref comes out and he makes the call to the fans. That's pretty good. It's good for the fans to really hear that conversation. I know a lot of people out there, and now you're getting a quick reaction from the center. I love what the sideline reporter's doing. Whenever there's a big play, that sideline reporter is running to that person who comes off the field and asking them exactly what went happen right there. So she just went to the center and said what went on. And this one's blocked. This punt is blocked at the 1 yard line. It is recovered for a touchdown. There is a flag on the field, but we will see what that entails. Cardale Jones is pumped. DC Defender fans are on their feet. He just came clean right on through. We're still waiting to see what the flag was. And it is a touchdown for the Defenders. Flag was on Seattle. So this is a big, big change right here as the Defenders are able to block a punt. Now you get a quick reaction of the guy who just blocked it. This is exciting. So they're going to spot the ball at the 5 here, which means the Defenders are going to go for 2 here. Tyree Jackson rolls out to the left. He's in trouble, and he is sacked. They substituted Tyree Jackson, the 6'7" quarterback out of Buffalo University, to try to give a little bit more mobile option there. But that was not good. Taylor Smith says, who's your team in the XFL? I think it's, I don't know. I really haven't picked a team. It might be the Battlehawks. I like the Defenders. I really don't know yet, man. Crazy Blade says, good game, a lot better than the old XFL. It is way better right now. He said, what's the difference between the NFL and the XFL? First off, Rayhan, appreciate you being here. There's definitely differences. There's some different changes in the rules. As you could tell right there, there's no extra points. So if you want to get 1 extra point, you got to go for a touchdown from the 2. You want 2 extra points, you got to go from a touchdown from the 5. You want 3 extra points, you got to go from a touchdown at the 10. Then you're about to see difference in the kickoffs. 40-second play clock in the NFL, 24 in the XFL. You can actually have a double pass as long as you don't pass it beyond the as long as the first pass isn't beyond the line of scrimmage. So there's multiple different changes, right, in both the XFL and the NFL. But it's been fun, man. As I am trying to share the stream out right now, guys. As always, guys, appreciate you getting here. If you would, hit that like button. That always helps out the stream. Share it out to grow the conversation. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the Coach Plays, consider doing so, guys. We've got a hashtag road to 1K. What's up, Phil? How are you doing tonight, man? Or how you doing this Saturday morning? Crazy Blade says, I'm going with the LA Wildcats. Yeah, I mean, they play after this game. They play at 4 p.m. Central Time. Who do they play? They play the Houston Roughnecks. That will be on Fox. It's afternoon, whatever. Rayhan says, I'm here from Bobby. I appreciate you very much, and I appreciate Butcher's Block. Man, great community there. Taylor Smith says he's going for Houston. I do like Houston, Taylor. I love their logo, the Houston Roughnecks. It looks a lot like the Houston Oilers logo. I don't know, man. I need to pick me a team. Actually, I need to pick me a team and buy a shirt, but I don't know yet. Something tells me DC Defenders, but I love the St. Louis Battlehawks, their logo, and then I like Orlando Vipers. Don't back me into a corner yet. I'm thinking about it. Phil says I'm usually from Bobby's streams too. All right, yeah, I noticed y'all from Butcher Block. He's got a great channel, man. So here's this here's this kickoff. You're seeing the defending team at the 35. You're seeing the receiving team at the 30, and nobody can move until the returner catches the football. So it's definitely exciting. It's going to cut back on some huge collision hits, which should help with injuries. So here's the kickoff. He's going to receive it at about the 15, and here they go. 20, 25, 30. He's going to bounce out 35, and he will trip up at about the 40. That has by far been the best return so far in this game. And they are now talking to the player who was able to block that punt and scoop it up for the score now. That's great. I love the communication with the players. Silvers looking will now fire a deep in route, and this one's incomplete. How many games does each team play? It's 10 weeks in the season. There's 8 teams, 10 weeks, and then a playoff. So it's pretty exciting. Right now, this Audi Stadium in D.C. is packed, and that is really good to see. And I know Seattle has already almost sold out their stadium for their opener. So it's pretty good. Twins tight, both sides. Back offset to the right. 3 steps drop for Silvers. Now throwing out route. This one's caught. Will be good for about 5 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5. Keenan Reynolds on the catch. That is that former quarterback at a Navy University. Broke a lot of records. 6th-round selection in the 2016 NFL Draft by the Ravens. That's where he made his transition to wide receiver, and he's getting a second chance here in the XFL. Yeah, he's from Nashville. I forgot where he went. Went to one of those academies. He was like a wing T quarterback. Quick firing out to the back. Gets to the 40. Got to make a man miss. Gets to the 35. He shouldn't have stopped. If he just kept running, he would have got a first down. But indeed, he stopped, got pushed out of bounds. And now this will bring up a 4th and short. 5:25 left to play in the first half. Also, guys, I probably won't even take a halftime break because halftimes in the XFL is only 10 minutes. They speed the game up. So these games are going to go quicker, and I know a lot of people talk about NFL games, and especially college football games are way too long. Well, XFL's working on that, that's for sure. So they are going to punt. Eli Rogers for the return. Brock Miller, the punter. Snap, set, gets this punt off. He's going to fair catch it at about the 11. So good punt there for the Dragons. See, Keenan Reynolds. He broke it 88 career touchdowns, NCAA record. Keenan Reynolds. Donald Murphy, running back from San Diego State. All right, so here we go. Cardale Jones, the starting quarterback for the XFL, is back in a shotgun empty formation. What is up? Catfish Terry's in the house. Guys, go check out Catfish Terry as he's got a giveaway. All you got to be is subscribe to his channel, go to his giveaway video, and comment what state you're from, and you will have a chance to win you some really good fishing gear, guys. Go check out that video. What's up, USA live stream? Appreciate you being here. We've got 7 people in the box, and we are up to 24 likes. Pep Hamilton giving the call now. 2nd and 7. Empty formation. Cardale Jones takes the snap. Quick wide receiver screen. This one's batted up in the air, but then he catches it. Gets to about the 15. He gets smacked by Martin Douglas, but he'll pick up a gain of a couple, and this will bring up a 3rd and manageable. Hey, Catfish Terry, I want you to watch this right here. I got something new on me, so watch the screen right now. And now we're back, adding a little bit of flair to the coach plays. So here we go. We got twins stacked to the left, tight end to the right. Play action, gets pressure. Now got to throw a quick out route to the 20. That one's caught. And where is he going to mark it? The ref is actually might be marking him short. Wow. Because of where the ball was placed when he fell down, he was short. Now, I appreciate that, USA live stream. I have to do a little bit more work behind the scenes, but it's fun. And, whatever I can bring to the channel and make it a little bit better, I'm enjoying it. So 4th and 1, looks like DC is going to elect to punt here. 2:51 left to play. The clock is ticking. This punt is on its way. Going to be fielded at the 35. Hesitates, gets to about the 40, and that's where he will be brought down. You heard the reaction from Jim Zorn when their punt was kicked. He was frustrated with the punter. And, I tell you right now, it can be frustrating when a punter doesn't punt the football quickly. Quarterback, play action. We'll keep it, and we'll just get back to the line of scrimmage. What's the closest team to me? Well, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, so I think the closest would have to be the St. Louis Battlehawks. DC Defenders is not much further. And then you've got Tampa Bay Vipers south of me. So I think between those 3 teams are the teams I'll probably pick one to root for. But I think it's St. Louis Battlehawks close. Little RPO here, and this one's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Austin Tarpley on the deflection. Had great camera work right there. So this will bring up a stoppage of play here as we are, wait just a minute. Oh, that's pretty cool. They've got an app, XFL official gaming app in the XFL, and you can play some games. So that's pretty neat there, guys. So yeah, so far this has been an exciting game. I think this has been a win for the XFL. I think it's been very entertaining. Great crowd on hand in DC. We are up to 25 likes. So far, 18 viewers right now, but we've been up to about 14 at one point. So this has been fun, guys. This has been a good one. So, yeah. I might take me a quick bathroom break at halftime, but it's got to be quick because they only have Sorry, guys. I did not mean to do that. I thought I was in studio mode. That was from one of my other games, one of my mini hockey games. So yeah, we are at 2 minutes left in this first half. DC Defenders 9, Seattle Dragons DC Defenders blocking a punt earlier, which led to them scooping it up and getting a touchdown, which led to their first touchdown so far of the year. I appreciate that, USA live stream. I'm having a fun time doing it. Yeah, that's my halftime intermission for my hockey games. I don't think I'll have one today because the XFL only has 10-minute halftime. So, and plus I haven't really set one up as well. If I take me a break, you'll just see an empty chair here, and I think that will be okay. So here we go. 2-minute warning timing rules. Plays that end in the field of play game clock stops for a ball spot and a 5-second run off of the play clock. Incomplete pass and out of bound plays, game clock will stop until the ball is snapped. So they're doing a really good job of explaining the rules as they go too. So here we go. We got Twins to the left, tight end, single receiver to the right. Now the Twins will motion over to the right. 3 steps dropped for Silvers. He's going to launch it deep down the field. Had a little bit of a hand grab there. He gets away for it. That one was intended for number 16, Bird. Phil says, XFL is pretty cool. I like the pace, but don't know who to root for yet. Yeah, like say, just kind of look through some teams. Also, Phil, I've got a video on my channel explaining the head coaches, some of the key players, and the uniforms of every team. If you want to go look at that video, you will get a quick rundown of every team in the XFL, and then maybe that will help you. So, yeah, go to that video and check it out and give me a comment if you have that time. So, there is a personal foul on the Defenders, number 96, Jay Bromley. I did not see what happened. Did not saw what happened there. So, whatever. It sounds to me like he just made a boneheaded play right there. So, a little inside zone here. Gets to the 45. Now gets to the 40, and that's where he will be dropped. This is going to bring up a 2nd and medium now. Phil says, I guess I have to see all the teams play first and then get to know the players. Yeah, I mean, it's good to give yourself, first week. I'm still not for sure where I'm rooting for. I'll tell you one thing. I'm just rooting for the league to do well. That's what I'm rooting for. Twins to the right, Twins to the left, tight end on the line of scrimmage to the left. Going to throw a deep route. This one thrown way behind. Keenan Reynolds a little frustrated. Says throw it up. Quarterback was not on the same play there. Keenan Reynolds had his man beat if he just throws this ball and puts air under it. Keenan Reynolds really does not look bad at all, though. I'm telling you right now. He's got some speed to him. former quarterback at a Navy university. So the game clock manager's making a few mistakes. He still doesn't even know the rules. Incomplete pass. The clock does not continue to run under 2-minute warning. If it's outside of 2-minute warning, the clock will continue to run. That is also another rule to speed the game up. So here we go. We got Trey to the left. Quarterback Silvers flushed out. Now we'll throw a screen, and that is well covered. Jonathan Massaquoi on the stop. And this is going to bring up a 4th and 8 situation here. And we're going to see what Jim Zorn and the Seattle Dragons can call up here to try to extend this drive. 1:13 left to play in the half. I definitely think it will last longer, Phil. I think it at least lasts a year. The AAF had issues with money, and I don't think this league's going to have issues with money. Vince McMahon, he's got a wealth of money. They've done from reports that I've been reading and stuff, they've really managed this league and set it up, I think, to be successful. I definitely think they finish the year. But, I'm hopeful. I think the XFL could really grow and build off this. And, then you're talking about, I think they need to at least get to 12 teams. If they can ever get to 12 teams, they'll be straight. Crazy Blade says they do have a contract for 3 years. So, yep. I mean, that's good. They need to make it to 3 years. That's for sure. Trey to the left. Silvers. 3-step drop. Looks. Will now check it down to his back. Gets to the 40. Makes a man miss. Gets to about the 33. And that's going to be good for a first down. Dragons. Dragons' current drive. 7 plays. 28 yards. 1:36 off the clock. 54 seconds and ticking. Inside zone. Bounces it back to the outside. Third. Makes a man miss. 20. 15. Leaps over another man. Gets close to the 10. That is a great run by Farrow the second. They do a little inside zone here. He bounces it out. Then makes a man miss. Then almost hurdles over a defender there. Another little sidestep. Great run by the Dragons running back Farrow the second. Kenneth Farrow, 38 rushing, receiving 15, total 53 yards on the day. He's been a real good player for the Seattle Dragons so far. 3-step drop for the quarterback. Now throws a quick out. Running back makes a heck of a move. 10, 5, touchdown Williams, touchdown Dragons. Trey Williams was just running a nice little flat route here. The defender was kind of on his top shoulder. He catches that football, puts his foot in the ground, and cuts straight north. There's no dancing, and he heads off into the defender's end zone for 6. He does a little chip there and then just gets straight north. That is a heck of a play by Williams and a heck of a touchdown. So here's the rule that we talked about. No extra points. You can go for 1 point, 2 points, or 3. 1 point from 5, 2 points from 1 point from 2, 2 points from 5, 3 points from 10. They're going to elect to score a touchdown from the 2-yard line, which will be for 2, or which will be for 1. Excuse me. Sparrow, look, fires, end zone, touchdown, Keenan Reynolds, and that will get them 1 extra point, and that will push the lead to 13-9. What's up, Armin? Welcome to the stream. Just got an alert. Let me see what that alert was. And Armin K. Johnson Jr. has just subscribed to the Coach Plays YouTube channel. Thank you very much, Armin, man. Appreciate you joining the family. He is in the chat. Are you enjoying this? What are you liking so far, Armin? He said XFL got cursing and all. I'm loving it. He said Armin touchdown. He said XFL means business. I think they do. I think this has been an exciting game. I think and I love what the XFL is doing. Like right now, they're interviewing Trey Williams right now on the sidelines right after his big touchdown catch. There's really good fan interaction. Fans can hear the players, can get a quick reaction from a good play or bad play. Also, the transparency where you can hear the refs communicate when they're talking about amongst each other about what they're going to call as far as the penalty. I think that's good for the fans. And then also hearing the head coach make those play calls to his quarterback, and then you can hear the head coach talk with the quarterback up until the snap of the football. These are all great moments the XFL is bringing to football. XFL is very creative when it comes to that. Oh, wow. So this kickoff fell short of the 20-yard line. When it falls short of the 20-yard line, the ball is going to be placed at the 45-yard line. It's essentially like kicking the ball out of bounds. You have to get the ball at least past the 20. So this is another different rule change right here, which is pretty unique. And it actually puts the ball in the plus 45. So the defenders, if they just get it kicked to the 20, he's going to catch this ball at their own 20. Instead, they now get it to plus 45, and we got 17 seconds. They got to get this ball snapped and get going. Trade to the right, single receiver left, back offset left. Cardale Jones, 3-step drop. Looking down the field, will now fire for a deep comeback route. This one's incomplete, and it will leave 5 seconds on the clock. Says players being themselves, showing their real feels, cursing at all. Seattle killing it. I don't know about the point spread yet. Yeah, point spread has been wrong. DC Defenders came in at minus 9.5. Armin says XFL is definitely real hardcore football. TV 14, I might say. Yeah, it's really good to just hear the interaction. Right now, you're hearing the interaction between the refs, and you're hearing the players being very, like you said, being themselves. It's fun to see. Is there any onside kicks? I'm sure there is. We just haven't seen that come to fruition yet. So, Seattle 13, DC Defenders 9, but they have the ball in plus territory at the 45 because the kickoff fell short of getting to their opposite 20-yard line, which put the ball at the 45. 3-step drop for Cardale, looking down the field, feeling pressure, now steps up. He'll now run 40, and that is where he will be brought down. There's about 8 seconds left to go on the clock. Cardale Jones will spike it, and this will bring up a 4th and 2 with now 5 seconds left to go. Yeah, I think the XFL is really good for American sports. I think America needs more football, and this will get football all the way up leading to the NFL draft, so you really get your football fix almost all year. So Ty Russa on the attempt here, he made a 34, he missed a 35. This is a 55-yard attempt for T.Y. Russa. Seattle Dragons do have a guy back there to return this one if it's short. So here we go. Rossa on a 55-yard field goal attempt. Snap, set, kick is on its way. Kick is good. And the DC Defenders pull this game within 1 at the half. Seattle Dragons 13, DC Defenders 12, and the fans are pumped. So, guys, this was a really exciting half, the first half of an XFL football game in 2020. They're already interviewing Rasa on the kick. That's pretty unique. But like I say, Farrow, 4 attempts, 38 yards in this game. Brian Silvers for the Dragons, 11 of 19 for 96 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Keenan Reynolds has 2 catches for 5 yards. You look at Farrow, 3 catches, 15 yards. Farrow's been everywhere. For the Defenders, Cardale Jones, 6 rushes for 33 yards, leads the team. Cardale Jones also 9 completions of 15 for 90 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Eli Rogers leads the way at 3 targets, 3 catches for 27 yards, and we are at the half. Seattle Dragons 13, DC Defenders 12. Armin says stadium sold out. Wow, the XFL is exciting. Yeah, this Audi Stadium in DC is packed, man. It is packed, and this has been a great game, great first game so far for the XFL. By far a great game so far. So, guys, I am going to take me a quick bathroom break. I got to be quick because it's only 10-minute halftime. So, I will be back here in just a second. Seattle Dragons 13, DC Defenders 12. We just went up to 871 in subscribers. I appreciate each and every single one of you. We are having an exciting time, guys. I will be right back for the second half of this game. Appreciate you, Revolution Zone. Appreciate you very much for joining the family. Look forward to seeing you in the second half. I will be right back, guys.
All tied up like a captive.
All right, guys, we are back. We are getting set up for this second half of play between the Seattle Dragons and the DC Defenders, guys. They are at halftime right now, but remember, at halftime's only 10 minutes long, so they'll get going back here quick. We got 6 people in the building right now. We got 27 likes. We gained a couple new subscribers. We've got a hashtag Road to 1K going on, and we're having fun watching this XFL football between Seattle Dragons and DC Defenders. And guys, it was loaded with a lot of exciting plays. And I think the XFL is onto something, and they really needed a game to jumpstart them. And this has been a good one, man. This has been a good one by far. And I'm excited for the second half. After this, I won't be live streaming this game, but if you want more XFL football, 4 p.m. Central Time on Fox, LA Wildcats playing at Houston against the Roughnecks. That one's going to be a good one. Then tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Time, Tampa Bay Vipers at New York Guardians. Then at 4 p.m. Central Time, St. Louis Battlehawks versus the Dallas Renegades. I will be doing one of those games. I have yet to decide which one, but I will be doing one of those, as I am all for me some XFL football. Well, do you think here's the question. Do you think I can make it back for a 1? We would have to leave quick. No, I know I can, but I'm saying from church to 1 o'clock. So, yeah, so we'll get in here, and if anybody in this chat is interested in those 2 games, you let me know which game you think you would rather see. Would you rather have me do a live stream of the Tampa Bay Vipers versus New York Guardians, or would you rather me do the Battlehawks versus Renegades? I'll kind of leave that up to y'all, guys. I'll do either one. As they're showing some highlights of the first half right now, as they're getting ready to get this one back started for the second half. So rushing yards, 56 for the Dragons, 49 for DC. Passing yards, 96 for the Dragons, 82 for the Defenders. Total yards offense, 152 for Dragons, 131 for Defenders. Time of possession, though, Dragons, 13:42 to 6:18 of the Defenders. I also think one thing that's really setting up for the XFL to have a lot of success is that they are on top-tier channels. Every Saturday afternoon at 1 and Sunday afternoon at 1, they're going to be on ABC. Then the 4 o'clock games, you're going to see them on ESPN or Fox. So today is going to be on Fox. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern, you'll see them on ESPN. So you're not going to be able to, for it to be hard-pressed to find where these games are being played at. So, and they've had great coverage of this game, man. I'm excited for it. I'm all in on the XFL, and I can't wait for this season to unfold and we see how it goes throughout the year. I think everybody else needs to get on board as we are getting ready here for this kickoff of the second half. If you're new, there you can see how they line up for the new XFL kickoff rules. This one will get caught at the 5, 10, 15, 20, and that's where he will be finally met down at about the 22. Cardell Jones is your starting quarterback for the DC Defenders. He comes out. DC Defenders came in this game at -9.5. Currently, they are losing the game by 1. Tight end wing to the right, single receiver to the right and to the left. Pistol formation for the Defenders. Little zone read, play action there, and fires a quick slant. This one hits the mitts of Cobbs Jr., but he lets it drops right through his hands. Nice little grass route slant. Water King Bruins says, "What's up? Sorry for leaving. Was kind of busy and watching the Bruins game right now." Nah, man, you're good. I appreciate you just hopping back and forth inside, man. Here's a good run to the 30. Gets to the 35. Will finally get brought down at a 36. Presley on the carry for the defenders. Give the defenders a first down. Jarrell Presley, 5 carries for about 30-something yards here today. Here's a little buck sweep action. Tries to make a man miss at the line of scrimmage, but he is met by another inside linebacker, and that will be a gain of no gain. Second and 10 for the defenders. How many injuries in a typical XFL game? It's really not. I mean, back when they first played the XFL, they was like Extreme Football League, and they did do a lot of stuff differently, and you did have some guys get hurt. But I think that's a misconception of the XFL now. XFL is not about like getting players hurt or anything like that. The kickoff rule is designed in the XFL to limit injuries. Right now, there's only been 2 injuries, but both players have came back. This is not any way, shape, or form a more violent game. It's just they've got new rules to kind of make it more exciting, and it's been exciting so far. But the misconception of it's like no hose bar WWE style, that's days of the past. Deep throw here to Cardale Jones, right on the money down to the 40, and that one's completed by Eli Rogers, and that is a first down, defenders. 27-yard reception to Eli Rogers. Eli Rogers was set up as the far inside guy on a trip set. Does a little hesitation, deep corner route. And this is a really well-thrown ball by Cardale Jones, who has had himself a really good opening game for the defenders. Eli Rogers, 4 catches, 54 yards, averaging 13.5 yards a catch. Trey to the right, single receiver to the left. Sweep, reverse, double reverse to the quarterback. He will now throw it deep down the field. He's got his man wide open. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, defenders. Lee on the touchdown, and that was a heck of a play. They do a jet sweep to the right, then reverse back to the left, then a reverse back to the quarterback. And he finds Kahari Lee for a 39-yard touchdown reception. And the DC Defender fans are going crazy. That was an exciting play, to say the least. And they're going to spot this ball at the 2, which means they're going for 1. They're going to try to get a touchdown from the 1, from the 2, which will give them 1 point. Tyree Jackson is checked in at quarterback. He's your really run option quarterback out of Buffalo University. Jet sweep to the right, handoff, inside. Got it. Give them 1 point. And the DC Defenders have now pushed this lead to 19-13. What a play by the defenders, guys. Same with the old school hockey and basketball. The rough and dirty game in the 80s and 90s and toned down nowadays. Yeah, there's just been more information on out there as far as injuries are concerned, and that's what's led to games trying to safen up their games. And by no means is that a wrong thing. They need to make the game safer. That gives the game more life, guys. But what a play here. Kahari Lee just kind of leaks out in a wheel route, makes a man miss at the 10, make a man miss at the 5, and the defenders gets into the end zone. Where is DC home field? Audi Field in D.C. is where they play. That is the home field for the D.C. United soccer team. That is where they are playing here today. If you look at the I actually put a picture of their field in the thumbnail. So, yeah, that's where they play, D.C. United's home field. So, here's the kickoff. Going to be fielded at the 15. Gets to the 20, 25, 30, and he will be met hard at about the 33. And that's where they will take over for the Seattle Dragons. You're hearing Pep Hamilton speak right now on that trick play they just called. I just, man, I feel like I say it over and over again. I love how they are going to the sidelines and interviewing coaches right after big plays, players right after big plays. There's very good transparency between the viewer and the actual players, and also with the refs. And that's really good for the game. And the NFL needs to take notice of that. Little inside stretch play here for the Dragons. Give them about 4, and that will bring up 2nd and 6. They're now interviewing Cardale Jones. Do you know if NBC or any TV broadcast streams XFL games? You talking about on the internet? I do not know. I thought one said stream it. ESPN streams it. Because if you go to ESPN.com, you can click on watch. But I'm sure you have to have that ESPN Plus, that watch stuff. But you can watch it on ESPN. Yeah, by providing your email of your internet provider. That could get you there too. Right now, this game's being played on ABC Channel 2. The game after this one will be on Fox. And then tomorrow, the 1 o'clock game will be on ABC. And then the 4 o'clock Central Time game will be on ESPN. So you don't have to travel far. You don't have to look hard to find these games. They are on your top-tier markets. 3-step drop by the quarterback for the Dragons will now fire. Flips it. Got him. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Dragons. Wow. Quarterback he tucked the ball and looked like he was just going to run up the field, but at the last second, he flips this one to Austin Pro about 15 yards down the field, and it turns into a 57-yard touchdown. Really good step up in the pocket, and he just slide arms this one over to the right to Pro, and then he does a little hezzy on the safety, and he takes it 57 yards, and just like that, the Seattle Dragons have tied this game up, and now we will see if they go for 1, 2, or 3. They are going for a 1-point play here. Austin Pro, 2 catches, 71 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's been your player of the game so far. Dragons will go for 1 point here, so they're going to try to score a touchdown from the 2-yard line. Twins to the right, Pro left. Inside zone, fake it, quick slant, tipped up in the air, and this one falls down. No good. So that's where we're at right now. A tie ball game. Seattle 19, DC 19. Austin Prohl is being a stud right now. And the XFL, they needed a good game to start off their existence. Guys, they have gotten it. So this is 10:28 into this game, and it's been exciting. Austin Prohl has had himself a game. We look at some of these stats in here, kind of go through what this game has been all about. It's 19-19 right now. K. Farrow, the running back for the Dragons, has really been their best player outside of Prohl. He's got 4 catches, 38 yards, but he also has 3 catches for 15 yards. Keenan Reynolds has had a nice game, 2 catches. Silvers is now 12 of 20, 60% throwing rating, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. And then you look at Austin Prohl, 5 targets, 2 catches, 71 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. has gotten the Dragons to 19 points. Looking at DC defenders, Cardale Jones, 6 carries for 33 yards. Their running back Presley, 7 carries for 26. Cardale Jones, 11 of 18, 61% completion, and 1 touchdown, 0 picks. Led by receiving Eli Rogers, 4 catches for 54 yards. And that's where we're at right now. Water King Bruin says, how long has the XFL been around? Can't believe I've never heard of it. This is their first game. So they haven't been around long. This is their opening kickoff. Now, if you hear people talk about the XFL, it's because they had a football season maybe 15, maybe 20 years ago. They tried to create a football league, but they only played 1 year and then they folded. So they have came back this year. This is their first game ever since 20 years ago. And they've got an exciting brand of football right now. The stadium looks sold out. It is packed. And they have put the proper steps to support them long term. I do think the XFL has a chance to finally establish themselves long term. You've seen a lot of football leagues try to get created, and it just didn't make it. The XFL, based off some of the money decisions they've made, what I've been reading on, the channels that they're using, the time frame, the players they have, and the exciting rules, I think you put all of that, I think you got a recipe for a league that can last. What is up, Float Dizzle? He says that was a fast answer, and absolutely, it definitely was, and he says starting out good. This has been an exciting game, and also I'm big on the fan interaction. You are seeing great transparency with the XFL right now, as after a player makes a big play, guess what? They are interviewing him right on the sidelines. And you're also hearing the head coach call plays into his quarterback. You're hearing that communication between quarterback and player and coach. This has been great, guys. We're up to now 28 likes, 9 viewers. Appreciate each and every one of you. And here's the kickoff of the Seattle Dragons. Got to get it to the 20. Line drive, it'll get to and that will get to the end zone. And that's a touchback. So right here, they're showing exactly what Pamp Hamilton was calling when they called that trick play. That's awesome to hear the head coach go through that play. And then look at that. Instantly, there's no excitement there. Right after the play happens, he goes going for one. Pep Hamilton, well thought of in the NFL, was the offense coordinator for the Colts, now finding himself with his first head coaching job for the DC Defenders. And here's the thing, he has a really good year for the Defenders. I promise you, he probably gets much more looks in the NFL, because he was already well regarded amongst the NFL. So 2nd and 9 here for the DC Defenders. Double tight set here to the right. Little handoff delay there. And he is going to be met behind the line of scrimmage. Will now find a way out of that, but he's going to eventually be tackled for a loss of 2. Presley, he shows some really good running talent right there, but just not a whole lot of room there to run. So we are at a 2nd and long situation here, or nope, 3rd and 11. 66 rushing yards for the Dragons, 60 for the Defenders. Got to get this ball snapped. He does. Feels pressure. Little quick running back screen. 10, 15, 20, 25. Gets to about the 30, and that's a first down, Defenders. Really good patience there by the running back, Presley. Water King Bruin says, I think I know why 20 years ago they only played 1 year and they dissolved it. It might be because people don't necessarily want to be injured when playing a sport they love. They definitely had some rules in place that was more extreme, and I don't know. They were trying to do other stuff outside of football, and it just didn't work for them. And also, they were trying to compete with the NFL, and you don't need to go into this trying to compete with the NFL. You need to go into it trying to create your own identity, and I think also the last time XFL played, they were actually having games during a NFL season. You're going to lose that battle. Have it after the NFL, like we're seeing here, and you'll see some good results. And I think this has been a great opening day for the Defenders. A little inside handoff here, gets to the 35, bounces off one man, trying to reverse his field, and will pick up another gain of a couple. This will bring up a 3rd and about 3. So it looks like we got to delay a game here. In the NFL, you got 40-second play clock. Oh, no, they're going to say false start here. What sport are you a fan of? I'm a fan of football. Really all of them, to be honest. Football, I do some hockey streams. I'm going to get into some college basketball and possibly get into some NBA streams. You won't never see me stream tennis. That would be one of the most boringest streams I could ever give you. But really all sports, man. I'm an all sports guy, but my love is football. I'm a high school football coach, so that's where my love is. But I love them all. And Cordell Jones, bad snap, will pick it up off the ground. Will now flush out to the right. There is a flag on the play. Looking. Will fire this one just out of bounds. And we'll live to see another day. We'll have to see what the flag is, though. Holding for the Defenders. This one will probably be declined, and the Defenders are going to be forced to punt. You do hockey streams? Do you know when is your next one? I do not know when my next one is. I thought about doing the Predators Edmonton game tonight, but I'm going to go out to have dinner with my wife tonight, so no stream today. I'll do another XFL game tomorrow, but I'll definitely be doing some more hockey games. A lot of times I stick to the Predators because that's where I'm coming from. Butcher Block says, Coach, go Bruins, first intermission. Awesome. What's the score, Butcher? You streaming that game right now? But yeah, I mainly do Predator games just because I live right here in Nashville, Tennessee. But maybe I'll start branching out and do some of your high-profile games like a Saturday morning, things like that, So, DC Defenders getting ready to punt this ball on 4th and 8. Hey, Water King Bruins for life. If you don't have Butcher Block, he's your guy because he streams Patriots games, he streams Celtics game, he streams Bruins games. He's your guy if you don't have him. He is all Boston sports, and you'll freaking love you some Butcher Block and Patriot talk. You will absolutely love Butcher Block and Patriot talk, and you will not go wrong locking him down. You will definitely get you a lot of Bruins action, that's for sure. 0-0 all knotted up for the Bruins game. Who's the Bruins playing today, Butcher? So we got a personal foul call on a blindside block for Seattle Dragons. So this is going to bring them back 15 yards. So we've got a timeout for the Seattle Dragons. DC Defenders 19, Seattle Dragons 19 with 6:25 left to play in the third quarter. So yeah, guys, it's been a good one so far. It definitely has. What's going on with my lighting? Oh, crap. Trying to get the lighting fixed here, as we are having some issues with the lighting all of a sudden. Yeah, Water King, he is streaming the Boston game right now. Go over there and check it out. Sorry guys, I am messing with my lighting right now for some reason. There we go, that should be a better. As we are in a commercial break right now. And this one's all tied up at 19. And we've picked up a couple new subscribers here. We got a hashtag road to 1K. We're now at 871. So we are now just you know, we're getting there. Not too much further from that magical 1,000 mark. Only 129 away. We are waiting for the commercial break to end. That's one thing too. You're not seeing a whole lot of commercials with this game. It's a lot of fast-paced action, as we are now back getting ready to get going into this game again. So here we go. 6:25 left in the third. 1st and 10 for the Dragons at their own 10-yard line. Tight end on the line of scrimmage to the right. Twins to the right. Single receiver left. Handoff. Little counter action to the 10 to about the 12-yard line. That will be a gain of 2. So we got a 2nd and 8, Twins to the right, back offset to the left. Tight end is also to the right, given a tray. Inside zone, bouncing around, not a whole lot of room there. Give them a loss of 2, and this will bring up 3rd and 10. So here we go, 3rd and 9. Quarterback will do a nice little halfback screen, but that is well defended for no gain, and the DC defenders a much-needed stop here. The Dragons are going to have to punt this football deep out of their own territory. Really good defensive stop there Defensive ends really not rushing up the field too far there, being able to recognize they're in a screen situation here and get back and stop that one before it got going. Eli Rogers, the returner for the defenders, waiting Brock Miller's punt. Eli Rogers, former wide receiver out of Pittsburgh Steelers. And this punt is on its way. It's going to be fielded at the 45. Going to the left, and he is met hard by number 52. Kyle Cairo on the tackle. Really good coverage there. Butcher says, 871, let's go, Coach. Smash that like button and join my dude's channel. Appreciate you very much, Butcher. Are there not any there? Check the living room. Clayton Lopez is Seattle defensive coordinator. And now we're hearing him call his defensive plays. Pretty exciting, guys. So he went, I believe he said 3-2 Sky. Good jump there by the defensive end. Jones having to rush out to the right. Well, now fired. He's got his man at the 40, 35, and that's where he will be dropped. Eli Rogers on another really good catch there. And a big first down there. Cardale Jones has showed a lot of poise in this game. Felt great pressure right there in his face. He flushes out to the right, and he finds his receiver on a really good route there. Eli Rogers, 20-yard reception that last play. Twins almost stacked there to your left. Tight end will motion to the left, back to the right. Play action pass. Jones looking down the field. Still looking. Flushes out to the right. Not a whole lot there. And will finally throw this one out of bounds. And I think they might say this is intentional grounding. I don't know if he made it back to the line of scrimmage. What's up, Brayton? Appreciate you being here. He says hashtag Butcher Raid. And now you're hearing the refs talk to each other, and that's great transparency for the fans. Might have been a low hit on the quarterback, too. And so the flag was going to be a roughing the passer on the quarterback. It was a low hit, but they actually picked up the flag. So I think a lot of fans will be excited to see that, because in the NFL, you see a lot of flags being hit because of hitting the quarterback. It was low, but they elect to not give the flag. Does New England, Boston have an XFL team? New York Guardians would be your team probably. And their jerseys are sick. They play tomorrow at 4. Let me see. Is that 4 p.m. tomorrow? They play tomorrow at 1 p.m. against the Tampa Bay Vipers. I will probably be streaming that game, Brayton. But yeah, the Guardians is probably the closest team to you. Maybe DC Defenders. I think New York Guardians, though. Twins to the right and to the left. You got a tight end right. This is an empty formation. 3rd and 6 for Cardale Jones. Back will now come to the backfield. He's got 2 seconds. He does get the snap off. A little inside zone here. Bounce to the 30. Bounces outside again. But he will be tackled by number 25. The inside slot corner making a really good play. If I can see his name. I did not get that name, but that was a really well-defended play there. All right, Brayton, appreciate you joining the stream, though. We're up to 29 likes. We are at 1 like away from 30 in this stream. It's been pretty successful so far for the XFL. Pep Hamilton giving a call. DC Defenders going to go for this on 4th and 6 instead of electing to kick a field goal. So far, they are 1 for 1 on 4th downs. Little one-step drop. Looks firing deep down the field. Now he's got his man. Touchdown! DC Defenders. And that is Ross on the catch. Rashad Ross, 31-yard touchdown reception. He got behind the defender, and Cardale Jones was able to put it on him. Cardale Jones slid the protection to the right, and they just got a nice little go route. And the corner for the Dragons was just a little bit lackadaisy on that coverage. Was a little bit too much inside and kind of lost track of his man. So the DC defenders will go for 1 point here. So they're going to go for a touchdown at the 2-yard line. Little quick wide receiver slant, and that one's bobbled and dropped by Eli Rogers. So they will stay at 6, and that will get DC defenders a lead 25-19. This is a well-thrown ball by Cardale Jones to Ross, getting them a touchdown. And DC will now regain the lead. This has been an exciting back-and-forth game. Brayton McQuarrie, 30 likes now. I really got to go. All right, Brayton. Brayton getting in here on his other account, getting me up to 30 likes. Appreciate you. As they're interviewing now Ross on that touchdown catch. So he was talking about that play was really designed for Eli Rogers to come open on an out route underneath to give them a nice, easy first down option. But, Ross gets loose, gets open down the field. Cardale Jones does a really good job keeping his eyes down the field and finding his man for a touchdown. And so here we go, opening kickoff now. He will get this one to the returner, fields it at the 5, 10, 15, 20, bounces outside, 25, 30, and he will be finally pushed out of bounds at about the 33. Rashad Ross, formerly with the Washington Redskins. They're showing how he had a 101-yard kick return against the Giants for the Redskins. So that's pretty neat. That was a 2015 season with the Redskins he had, and trying to make his kind of comeback here in the XFL. Play action pass boot here to the right. Will now throw a deep corner out to the tight end. He had that caught, but well covered by linebacker number 53, Thurman. He gets his hand in between the ball and his hands and knocks this one loose for an incompletion. Well defended by the linebacker, Thurman. So here we go. We got Trey to the right, single receiver left. Back is towards the Trey. Inside zone, bounces outside, 30, 35, and now get pushed out close to about the 38. This will bring up about a 3rd and 4. Dragons on 3rd downs today, only 1 of 8, so they desperately need a big 3rd down play here. Pep Hamilton trying to get the fans up here at DC. Sending a corner on a blitz. He will replace that blitz with a quick out route, and that's a 1st down for the Dragons. Really good job by Silvers, the quarterback right there, recognizing a corner blitz, and he replaces that blitz with a quick out route by Prohl. Prohl's had himself a day. And that is only their 2nd 3rd down conversion. Total yards, 233 for the Dragons, 285 for the Defenders. Both teams at 13 first downs. Defenders, 26 minutes time of possession to 18.5 for the Dragons. Score update, 25-19 Defenders. And that will do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. DC Defenders 25, Dragons 19, but the Dragons are trying to drive to regain this lead. It's been a good one, guys. as we are on a commercial break now, as we get ready to head in to the fourth quarter. So yeah, guys, we are in commercial break here, awaiting the fourth quarter. And I think this has been a really good game for the XFL. I really do. Hope everybody's having a really good Saturday afternoon. Hoping your weekend goes well. I will bring in another XFL game tomorrow. Probably, I think I'm leaning towards the 1 o'clock game, the Vipers and the Guardians. Definitely think I'm definitely going to cover the XFL a lot this year. I think there's a lot to be had there. I think it's going to be a good year for sure. So today's attendance in the XFL, 17,163. That's pretty good. That is really good here for the XFL. A really good start for them. So here we go. We got Twins to the right, Pro to the left. Quick throw there by Brandon Silvers. A good move by the running back. Gets all the way to the 40. Give the Dragons a first down. Williams on a great cut. Former Texas A&M running back Williams. So here we go. Got a little boot action here. Silvers will now fire a deep comeback route in this one. His receiver fell down, and that one goes out of bounds. What's up, Ghoulie? He says, yo, what's up, bro? I am at the biggest Vince McMahon fan in the world. At least not these days, but I got to say this has been a good as advertised. By the way, I am doing a Q&A tonight. Join me if you got time, man. I'm going to be pretty busy tonight, but if I get a chance, I'll get in there. But yeah, this has been as well as advertised. This has been a really good game for the XFL, a really good start, and well covered by ABC, and it's been good, man. And the new rule changes, Ghoulie, it's been something else, and I love the interaction they have with you can hear the players and the coaches talk, and then the interviews. It's been good. Here's a big 3rd and 10. 13:35 left to play in this game. 3rd and 10 for the Dragons. 3-step drop. Lunks now fires, checks down to the back, gets to the 40. Stiff arms his way to about the 44, 43. This is going to bring up a 4th down and 7. They're going to have to go for it because now they're so close. You don't want to punt it and get it close to hitting that end zone. It was supposed to say I am not the biggest Vince McMahon fan in the world. Oh, okay, I got you. Well, like I say, he's just the money guy. Vince McMahon hired football people under him this time, and he's really out of it. He's just the money guy owning it, but he's not the commissioner or anything like that, so I think XFL's got a good chance. Deep out route here. His receiver fell down. This one's picked off 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and the DC Defenders has just scored a pick 6. They try to throw a quick out route. Looked like it was going to be there, but the receiver falls down, and it's an easy pick for the corner, and he houses it about 60 yards. That is style, number 30, and that hurts the Dragons for sure. Maguli says, thank God, pick 6 now. And then you got the reporter interviewing him in the end zone. That's pretty crazy. So they tried to do a little quick out route to Prohl. He was going to be open. He probably would have took a shot there. But he had it, and he's been the guy for the Dragons all day. Styles able to recognize that, start coming down on it. But Prohl slips, and it makes it an incredibly easy play for Style to pick that. And they are now going for 1 point. Got a nice little wishbone here. Cardale Jones will keep it, trying to rush, trying to get to the sideline, and he doesn't get there. He is sacked. So that's where this score will stay. 31-19. DC now leads it. They've had a punt block for a touchdown, and they've had a pick 6. There is a flag on this play, though, so they might be going for the extra point again. Oh, so we're going to have too many men on the field. So they're going to reattempt this try, so they'll go for 1 point now at the 1 yard line since they get half the distance. So here we go. You've got a tight end wing, double tight ends to the right, pistol formation. Jackson's in at quarterback. Keeps it. Now Lunks, he's in trouble, and he is sacked. Tyree Jackson, when he gets in, he hasn't gotten in much, but when he gets in, you just see like he's trying to do too much, man. He is trying to do too much. Now they're interviewing the quarterback on that last pick. He asks the quarterback, he says, Silvers, what's the most important thing, what you got to do now going forward? He said, we just got to get first downs and continue to work drives. And that's it. You got to just take it one play at a time and start to try to chip away at that lead now. What was a game that was tied at 19 just in the third quarter has now stretched to a 31-19 lead. All right, bro, I'll see you later. Also, I left a like on your channel. Thank you very much, Ghoulie. Appreciate you very much, and I'll keep you in mind tonight. If I get a chance, I'll hop in on your Q&A. Appreciate you joining this stream and getting us up to 31 likes. So, DC leading this game by 12 points, but it's far from over. This kickoff is going to get there, going to be fielded at the 10, 15, 20, bounces out to the outside, gets to the 30, gets to the 35, and he will get almost ran out at about the 40. So, like I say, if you want more XFL action, LA Wildcats versus the Houston Roughnecks at 4 p.m. Central Time today. And then tomorrow, Tampa Bay Vipers versus the Guardians of New York, 2 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. And then St. Louis Battlehawks on Fox Sports against the Renegade at 4 p.m. Central Time. Handoff here. Gets a gain of about 5, pushes forward, and gets a gain of about 6. Second and 5, 12-10 left to play in this game. H-back to the right. Now does a little pitch here to Pro. Trying to get to the outside. Gets to the 40 and now gets pushed out of bounds. About at the 45-yard line. This is going to bring up about a 3rd and 2. Pro's a little injured down on the sidelines. That is not good for the Dragons as he has been probably their best player today. Maybe it looks like just a cramp. Got Twins to the right, Pro right, or Twins left, Pro right. 3-step drop, quick little hitch route here. That one's connected at about the 49, and that's a first down, Dragons by Bird. So we got 21 ace Dodger is the play call. So 21 a lot of times is to the left. Motion over to slot to the right. Now look, quick drag route to the left. Got it, 40, 35, 30. We'll get to about the 27, and that's a big first down by Rodriguez, the tight end, number 88 of the Dragons. What's up, Lemon Soda? How you been doing, man? Appreciate you joining this stream as we are having a live play-by-play of the XFL's inaugural season opener. DC 31, Seattle 19. Twins to the right. Handoff inside zone. Knifes through, and we'll get a good gain of about 6. Jim Zorn now calling for 12 personnel. That's 1 back, 2 tight ends. So you got X short, 52 Army, F shallow, something short. So you're going to have the F receiver running a shallow. And there's your shallow route right across. He's going to throw the deep ball. He's got his man. He caught it, but I think he's out of bounds. I don't think he got his foot in bounds. You only need 1 foot in bounds. A great play and catch by Bird, but he's got to find a way to put 1 foot in bounds. This ball really led him out of bounds. Oh, that foot just came up before he caught the ball. Like I say, this ball just kind of carried him right out of bounds. Ball needs to be a little bit more inside and maybe a little bit sooner throw. Good concentration by Bird to catch it, though. Just could not get his foot down. Twins to the right. Back offset left. Tight end to the right. He's going to take another shot deep. This one's up and this one's batted away. Good coverage by Campbell, number 28, the corner out of DC Defenders. What's up, Ray Thompson? Appreciate you being here. He goes, hello from the Texas. I can't wait for Houston later to get that dub. Yeah, that's going to be a good game. I contemplated on doing this game or that game, but I went with the first opening game, of course. But I'm going to be covering the XFL, and I will definitely be doing some Roughneck games going down the line. He said, P.S. I just subscribed. And there's the alert right there. I appreciate you very much. There's your big shout-out. Ray Thompson has just subscribed to the Coach Plays YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining the fam. We got a hashtag road to 1K. Field goal attempt here on the way, and it is good. Seattle now gets this game within 9. It is 31-22, and you're thinking, well, 9, that's still a 2-point possession game. No. This is, well, wait a minute, guys. There is a flag. But hold on to that, as I've got to tell you about one of their, this is running into the kicker. So they're going to get an automatic first down, and that is a big-time mistake by the DC defenders. But anyways, going back to my point, if it's a 9-point game, that's one possession in the XFL. You score a touchdown, you get 6. You could go for 3 at the 10-yard line to get to 9. So a 9-point game is only a one-possession game in the XFL. But anyways, they're going to get a running into the kicker call here, and this is going to get the Seattle Dragons an automatic first down and extending this play. 8:38 left to play in this game. 1st and 10, Seattle Dragons. Ball's at the 19-yard line. Trey right, single receiver left. Going to get a sluggo on the bottom. That's a slant and a go. He's looking for it. He fires for it, and that one's just incomplete, but we got a flag. And we're going to get either pass interference or holding on the defender. So that you could hear the coach say sluggo. That is a slant and go. And he looked for it, and he kind of stared it down. Quarterback really needs to find a way to look that safety off because the safety was able to get on the play. But they're going to get bailed out by a holding call. Ray says, who is everybody rooting for? You know, as far as me, I feel like I need a week to consider who I'm rooting for. I still don't know yet. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, so the closest team would be the St. Louis Battlehawks. DC's not terribly far, and then you got Tampa Bay Vipers. I think I'm between those 3. But I tell you, I do like Houston Roughnecks logo. I love it because it's like the Oilers logo. They put the H in there. So as of right now, I'm rooting for the league to do good. And this has been a great game. It's exciting, and I think the Houston game is going to be the same. Play action pass, looking Sellers, avoids a sack with a great spin, gets to the 20, fires to the end zone, and he had his man Bird on his butt, but Bird drops it as the really good coverage by Lawrence. What a play and effort by Sellers right there. And Sellers fires this ball right into the gut of Bird as he's falling down to his butt. He should have caught it. Should have caught it. Ray says here on Patterson Rig number to 112, I'll be rooting for the Roughnecks tonight. Who does Roughnecks play tonight? Let me look at that. Roughnecks play LA. Yeah, I think I'm rooting for the Roughnecks in that one. Handoff to the outside. 10. Gardner to the 5. Pushes forward to the 4, and that's going to be good for a first down if they give him the spot. I actually think they're going to stop him just short. So this will bring up 3rd down. 7 people in the box, up to 32 likes, and we're now up to 872 subscribers. Hashtag road to 1K. Appreciate y'all. Warriors for Christ says you need to take the back to 19. So here we go. 9-play drive so far, 59 yards, taking off 5 minutes, 52 seconds. Appreciate you joining the streams, Warriors for Christ. They actually did give them the first down, so now we've got a 1st and goal. So they said the ruling on the play was that the offense made the first down. The ruling on the field is now being reviewed. So this is the first review of the XFL. I think from this view, he got the first down. I mean, that's what I'm looking at. It shows 19 on my board. Right there on the top, it shows Dragons 19, Defenders 31. And that's actually by the XFL scoreboard. That ain't my scoreboard. I just use their scoreboard. It shows 19 for me. You might be behind in the... Yeah, he says, never mind. You might have been behind in my stream, Warriors for Christ, but I appreciate you being here. As always, guys, when you hop in here, that was a heck of a stiff arm to keep himself up. He might be short. I don't know from that camera angle. But as always, guys, once you hop in here, hit that like button. It always helps out. To also share the stream out. It helps grow the conversation. If you haven't yet subscribed to the Coach Plays, consider doing so. We're growing. We're having fun. Hashtag road to 1K. So they're going to say 1 yard short. So this is going to bring up third and one. Third and one. He says I'm ahead, actually. I got you. So third and one situation here for the Seattle Dragons. Real heavy formation here. Double tight ends. H-back motions to the right. Play action to the right. We now throw to the H-back, and that one's just wide. That one was intended for Rodriguez. And this is going to bring up a 4th and 1 and decision time for the Dragons. Jim Zorn says he wants to go for it. 21 quick ace, Y stick nod. So you got an F whip. I would look for the F back. That should be pro. He's going to give you a whip route, which is a very, well, they're going to call a timeout. We'll see if they come out in that play again. F whip would have been a nice slant to the inside, then back to the outside. And that would have been a really good play for Pro. Pro has been a really good route runner today for the Dragons. So we will see where we what they do when we come back out of the timeout break. 6:16 left to play. DC Defenders 31, Seattle Dragons 19. So this game, interesting to say the least. Seattle trying to really get back into it here. Of course, if they kick a field goal, but I don't think they are. I think they're going to go for it. If they kicked a field goal, it would have made it a 9-point game, which you might be thinking, well, why would they do that? That's a 2-possession game. Not in the XFL. There is no extra point field goals. You go for points after a touchdown by going for another touchdown. 1 point, you start from the 2-yard line. 2 points, you start from the 5. And go for 3 points, you start from the 10. Which means if you're down by 9, you could score a touchdown, then go for 3 as your extra point. So they could actually elected to kick a field goal here and get within 1 possession. But looks like they're going to go for it. We'll have to see if the timeout has changed their mind at all. Warriors for Christ says, you doing the second game? I am not doing the second game today. As I've got prior plans, but I am going to cover one of the games tomorrow. I think I'm leaning towards the 1 o'clock game again tomorrow between the Guardians and the Vipers. I think that's the game I'm leaning towards tomorrow, but I could possibly do the 4 p.m. Central Time St. Louis Battlehawks versus Dallas Renegade. But whenever I decide today, I'll post that video to where you can go ahead and get on it and hit you a reminder if those games interest you. Warrior says, now have been successful or have them. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we'll have to see if they come out in something a little bit different after the halftime break. This has been a very successful game for the XFL to open up. It's been very exciting. The new rule changes have brought a lot of excitement to the game, and 17,000 people, almost full capacity crowd here at the DC Defenders home stadium, and that's a really good look. And I'm interested to see how the L.A. Wildcats and Houston Roughnecks game goes. I think that's one could be another good game. So here we go. 4th and 1. The Dragons will go for it. So they're talking about 31 Zeus Adams is the play. 31 you hear is a run to the left, but they do have a check out of it. Tight end will now motion to the right. Back is offset to the right. Handoff left. He bounces back to the right. Pushes forward. I think he got enough for the first down. DC defenders are acting like they held him stopped. I tell you, this spot they're putting, I think they're going to spot him short, but I think he got the first down. They spotted him short, and I thought he had enough of a surge for a first down there. Officials timeout for a measurement. The way they spot that ball, he is short unless that yellow line is wrong. But I thought he had the first down. That angle right there was not a good angle to see if he would have got the first down. They are going to spot this ball, but it looks like he's going to be short. He is. I tell you, when you look at the XFL football is pretty nice. They all unique to the players, to the teams. They're all XFL with like the X's on the end of the football, but they're all team colors. So when the Dragons are on, they've got their team football. When the defenders are on offense, they got their team football. It's pretty neat. So now they're going to review this. They called it short. But when you look at that camera angle, he got the first down. The first down marker is at the 4-yard line. When you look at that one right there, it looks like the running back's at the 3, maybe the 3.5. Yeah, they spotted him based off how he was driven back. But his forward momentum should give him the first down. I think absolutely the ref should overturn this and give the Dragons a first down, which would be 1st and goal at about the 3. 8 people in the box, 32 likes. Appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't yet, hit that like button. It helps out the stream. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the Coach Plays, consider doing so. We have a hashtag road to 1K. So they're talking about, the commentators talking about how he is well past the first down. We'll see what the refs call. So they're going to say at the 3.5-yard line. So that's going to give the Seattle Dragons a first down. So you're going to see 1st and goal from the 3.5-yard mark. So defenders' offense now having to come off the field as the Dragons' offense is coming back on the field. Seattle needs to score to make this one interesting. Get the lead within. Remember, these two teams, you only have 2 timeouts per half in the XFL. Seattle has already used 1, so they're down to 1. Double tight end set here. Handoff right up the middle. Fighting. Not a whole lot there. Maybe give him a gain of a half a yard. And this will bring up 2nd and goal. The clock will still tick. 5:45 left to play in this game. So he's calling for 11 personnel. That's 1 tight end, 1 back. So your tight ends to the right on the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers out. Back offset to the right. Inside zone. Quarterback tried to pull it. Ball's fumbled. And I think DC defenders have it, and they do. The quarterback tried to pull this one late. And that is a massive mistake for the Dragons. The Dragons have made 3 terrible mistakes in this game. They had a punt blocked on their own 1, which was picked up for a touchdown. They had a receiver slip and fall, which led to a 60-yard pick 6. And now they have just fumbled this ball on the 3-yard line, creating their 3rd turnover. And this one will probably all but do it now. Warriors for Christ says, Butterfingers. Man, if a quarterback is going to pull on an inside zone right here, you've got to be strong with it, and you got to pull it. He tries to pull this one late, and that's what will happen. Quarterback has to be very decisive right here because the back is really going to, once it's in his belly for a couple seconds, he's going to squeeze right there. Bad mistake there for the Dragons. Defenders will start over at their own 7. Play action pass, looking downfield. Still looking. Will now fire a deep out. Come back there for the 20. Gets to the 22, and that's a first down. Cobbs Jr. on the reception. Really? Seattle Dragons are going to look back on this game and see their 3 big mistakes, which led them to probably look like they're going to start out 0-1 in this season. They did some really good things early, but could not get out. Seattle's in a traditional 4-3 base right there. Little handoff inside. That'll be good for about a 1 or 2. They are now interviewing the guy with the big fumble recovery. Elijah Qualls says he's not going to let go of the football. He says it's his. It's actually, that ball belongs to the Dragons.
He just said it's ours.
He says it's ours. He ain't going to give it back. That's a guy who is excited. That is a Dragons football. And you can see all the little mini X's in the football. It's pretty neat. Qualls did not want to give up that football right there, as this is his second chance at playing football here in the XFL. Big hit there. And that one's incomplete. Big hit by safety or corner number 34, Clark. Put shoulders. This is going to be 3rd and 8. 3:41 left to play. Pep Hamilton trying to design a call here to possibly give them a first down. We've got empty formation. Trips to the left, pro right. Now the back will come back offset to the left towards the trip side, giving a quad look. Quick wide receiver throw there to Eli Rogers, but really good coverage there by number 34, Clark. And this is going to bring up a punt. So defenders will chew up about 3 minutes of clock. This was now maybe about 2.5 minutes. It's now at 2:55 left to play in this fourth quarter. Seattle's going to have to make some work up here pretty quick. Warriors say one guy was live streaming from the game, and they a play ahead of the TV. Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, broadcasts are just always different. Sometimes I'm behind, sometimes I'm ahead. It's weird how it works like that. This punt is up and away. Going to be fielded at the 30. And he makes a man miss. Gets to the 35. Gets to the 40. And it'll be brought down at about the 41. So Sellers, the quarterback for the Dragons, going to have to come out and make some work here. As we are off to a commercial break. And we will see if the Dragons can kind of make this one interesting here at the end. They're definitely going to have to score quickly and then find a way to get an onside kick and get this ball back, as they only have one timeout left. But this has been a really good stream so far, guys. It's surprising. We've actually been streaming for 3 hours. What time is it? Can you stop? 3:53 right now. But yeah, everybody, what's been your thoughts so far? If you're in the chat, what's been your thought of this first game? Are you more interested in XFL football? Do you think it's going to be a really good season. Let me know. John Blaze says, don't think I'll be watching XFL. Lack of tackles and poor play calling. LOL. Coaches covering their mouth, but on live mic being aired. Well, yeah, but they're, yeah. John, I think it's been a good game. Stop. I think it's been a good game, John. I mean, yeah, you might have some missed tackles, and I don't think it's been a horribly poor play calling. There was some exciting plays there, especially right after the first half. But you see lack of tackles in the NFL, and a lot of that stuff comes from the NFL really pushing back on their practice rules and not allowing teams to be able to practice more, and that leads to poor tackling. And I mean, you don't necessarily want to judge this to the NFL. You want to kind of use it as its own identity. That's the thing. I don't know how many people will stay connected with it, but I've been very pleased with it. I've been enjoying it, and I think it looks forward to a good year, But we'll see. Hopefully they continue to put some good ratings out there. John says, it's been cool. I'll watch more just to get a better opinion. Yeah, that's the thing. You need to give a few more. You need to watch other teams, When you talk about poor tackling, maybe on Seattle Dragon, are they a bad team? You really won't get a feel for how these teams look like until about after 5 weeks, But I think a lot of the concepts they've added with, being able to hear the coach call the play to the player, being able to hear the quarterback making checks at the line of scrimmage, being able to hear a player react to making a bad play or a good play right on the sidelines. I think those are exciting aspects to this game. And also being able to hear the refs communicate with one another to when they're making a call. I think all of those are great aspects to this game that the NFL needs to look at and add to theirs. Warrior says the audio is on TV, not at the game. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they're going to cover their mouth when they're talking. That way the coordinators can't see from there. But it's on TV, and you're always going to have a slight delay from being live. So the other teams are not going to get play calls from someone simply because they're calling they have the audio on live. You're always going to be a little bit slower on live. So coaches aren't going to be able to watching TV and then really figure out what they're playing. You're always going to see a little bit of a lag there in live TV. John says, I'm sure the top is listening and the tape is going to be watched. Yeah, but they won't be able to get that call within 5-10 seconds. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to watch the TV and say, oh, they're running spider 2 wide banana. Let's go cover 3 S slant, all that stuff. They're not going to be able to do that stuff. It's too much quick. So they're just covering their mouth. That way you actually don't have a guy across the field who's actually really good at lip reading, which there's definitely people out there. So, as we are on a commercial break, I believe I tell you one thing, I know my scoreboard is not updating, so it's not 6:30 left to play in this game, guys. It's almost at 2 minutes. So that's just XFLs. So XFL scoreboard's a little bit behind. That's not as much time as what's left. So I'm sure the XFL is going to have to work around with their bugs and things like that. Hopefully ESPN does a scoreboard sometime soon. But the score is right. It is 31-19, Defenders lead. But it's about 2 minutes left in this game, I believe. I think we're in the 2-minute warning right now, actually. Butchers back in the house says, make sure y'all smash that like button and join my dude's channel. Get this man to 1K. Yep, it's a grind, man, but we're slowly but surely getting there. 872, #road to 1K. Warriors for Christ says, and they're a play ahead of the TV. Yeah, I'm sure there's there's a good delay there, so teams aren't going to be able to watch the TV and be like, oh, well, that's what they're running. Got up to 33 likes, guys. This has been fun, very entertaining. There we go. See if that scoreboard now updated, and now saying 222. I might have to copy and paste it once again. Copy. Hopefully that scoreboard will update for you guys here soon. But we are at two minutes left to go in this game right now. 2 minutes left to go in this game. DC 31, Seattle 19. Twins tight to the left. Sailors now looking downfield. Will now throw a nice little cross route underneath, and we'll pick up a gain of about 5. This is going to bring up 3rd and short. John says Warriors, they're not going to change the play calls every game. I'm just saying for the game tape study. Well, yeah, but the terminology doesn't matter because you get the game film regardless. You can watch their plays regardless. I mean, the NFL does that. So actually hearing them call the play doesn't matter because you're never going to be able to hear them call it right before the play in real life. Anybody can go watch game tape and be like, well, we know this play here. If they're in this formation here, we can kind of get tipped on this formation. Anybody can do that. So here we go. We got Twins to the right, single receiver left. Now the slot will motion over to the right. 1:39 left to play in this game, guys. Sailors now looks. Quick little hitch route. Good to Pro. That will be good for a gain of about 10 and a first down. But the clock is going, and they've got to make up points fast and in a hurry. The time on your screen is not right. It is 1:34 left to play in this game. For some reason, their scoreboard is not updating. And a big sack here by the DC defenders. Number 54, Massaquoi. Jonathan Massaquoi on a big-time sack there. Dips under the right tackle here. Massaquoi with 2 big plays in this game now. Dips under the right tackle. Right tackle looked sorry right there. Number 77, Eatmon. And Sellers lucky to hold on to that football. And there's a timeout now. So here we go. Seattle Dragons now looking. Twins to the right. Twins left. About a 4-step drop. Now Lunks fires for a deep out route. And this one should have been picked off, but he dropped it. Should have been picked off. But Elijah Campbell looked like he was too excited of getting a pick 6 because he probably would have returned that one to the house. Tries to run upfield before he catches it. So there we go. That time is now right. 1:21 left to play in this game. Warriors says ball game. 3rd and 15. Sailors looking. Will now fire a deep drag route to Keenan Reynolds, and that one's just dropped. So the Dragons have kind of unfolded, and now Sailors is hurt. Sailors is holding his ankle. Wonder if he took a late shot there. Oh, yeah, his ankle rolled up under a player. I think he's going to be fine. Scary play there as a defender hit the ground and he kind of rolled up under. But so at 4th and 15, they are going to go for this, and this is going to bring up the backup quarterback. P.J. Daniels at a USF 7th round pick of the 49ers a few years ago. So he's going to have to come in for one play on a big one. 4th and 15 with 1:17 left to go. I tell you, Sellers has played a really good game. Really bad throw just a minute ago. Should have been a pick six. But his pick six earlier was because of a receiver fell down. Now he needed to pull that ball when they fumbled the ball on the 3-yard line. What really finished this game off. If it wasn't for that, he's played a very solid game. He said didn't look bad. Cleat probably got stuck. Yeah, it looked like the cleat got stuck for a moment underneath that player. I think he'll be fine, but Keenan Reynolds comes off the field. Alonzo goes on. 21 seconds left on the play clock. 4th and 15. The Dragons got to do something here. Refs are having to stop the play because there was a football on the field back at the 24-yard line. So here we go. Twins left and right. Traditional deuce set. Defenders bringing it. P.J. Daniels having to rush out. In trouble. Now looks down the field. Will fire. And he missed his man. He had a man wide open. Missed him. Really good call by the defenders to send the heat on a guy who's been on the bench all day. And P.J. Daniels could not sit in the pocket and really look downfield. He had to rush out. And he just missed his man. So the DC defenders are going to take over here and take a knee. And apparently every player now for the DC defenders, since they won, will get an extra cool $100,000 in their check. So that's pretty good for players. They're fighting for, if that's the case, did I hear that right? If that's the case, you're telling me I'd go out and play a football game, and if we win, we get an extra $100,000? Or no, it's per team. And so an extra player might get $2,200, apparently I'm hearing. Which is still fine. I take it. Right? John Blaze says, I'll take an extra $2,200. Heck yeah, man. So the defenders are just taking a knee, guys. This one is going to wrap up. The DC defenders is going to get their first win of the season as they beat the Seattle Dragons 31-19. Guys, I appreciate y'all very much for joining us. We're going to start covering more XFL games on this channel. And as always, guys, appreciate you hitting that like button. Appreciate each and every one of you who shared out the stream. And appreciate everyone who's subscribed to the Coach Plays YouTube channel. As we got a hashtag road to 1K, 872. We're getting there, guys. But this was exciting. I think good times are ahead for the XFL, guys. But that's going to do it for this one. And until next time, guys, peace.